Okay, we're back. So the first thing first, there was the dialogue session that happened on Monday. This is the one where the association shared their plans on some of the potential things that they want to do. So some things including like exploring the possibility of shifting the season to align itself with the European transfer window. So this means that they're going to start the Premier League. They're going to want to start the Premier League around September, which will also means about end in February, March, that period. Yeah, so obviously there are some that this will have its own issues lah, like clashing with the varsity games, which usually happens around this period of time also. Yeah, then since we are down to just OTH as our main competition venue, and hopefully Hokan comes back by Q2 26 latest. So plans for the lower divisions will also be impacted lah. And also some early plans on the 3v3 format were being shared. Yeah, so this is the kind of thing that the association is seeking our feedback and our reaction lah. So nothing is concrete yet. And the next time the association calls for this kind of thing, please just go and then let them know your points of view. Next thing is that the World Games has just concluded. For the men's side, Sweden beat Finland in the 2-1 final, and then Czechia took the bronze in a 7-2 win over Switzerland. And then for the women's, Finland beat the Swedish juggernaut 3-2 in the final. And then Switzerland beat Czechia in the third and fourth placing to secure bronze. Then next right is the SWFT finished their TWG campaign at 6, and here are the results. Okay, we beat Canada 114 to secure the 6th place playoff. Then we ended it with a 13-2 defeat to Slovakia. Now, the one thing that stood out of this campaign was that the Europeans, right, they were not afraid to attack our line change. And then we were duly punished for that. So you hold on to that thought. I will come back to that later. League results. So the league is back after the Besasukan. Alright, so Jupes took a very important 3-1 win against Protégé in their bid for survival. And then Ini Trash Skyhawks 13-2. Okay, in the battle of the mid-table teams, like Excel Women's win Lito 3-5. Now, remember just now when I said about, line changing? Here's one example of us Singaporeans being really bad at line changing. Yeah. Links and Perhe. Perhe wins 6-4. And then Tasting's Trash Skyhawks 17-1. With Valerie, I think, coming up with 6 points. Then the next match was Excel VS 7-3. With VS a little bit of a late rally, but still not quite enough. Okay, then the last two games were very good and competitive matches lah. So Titans have a line of national players away at the World Games, and then ours on any day right are a tough side to play against. Then the score was 1-0 until the third period, when in the 44th minute right there was a quick flurry of 3 goals in 91 seconds to put the score at 3-1. And then the last game of the day was the Star versus Sinos. So just to set a little bit of context, right? The men's national team had their trial series of games over the week lah, and it's very clear that the same players from Star that were involved during the trials were not as sharp as the guys from Inos. And then the Malaysian line also played very well this game. So Jian Hong scored a pitch over backhand, and then Jian Hong also scored a pitch over backhand. Here is Jian Hong wearing the 21 instead of his usual 11 today. Eugene scored a rocket from the left side of the field. Possibly also one of those goal of the season kind of things. And then here is the look at the table from the men's side. And here's the look at the table on the women's side. Okay, now that's it for this week. See you all next week.